I also prefer a one-page resume because I think it forces brevity and it forces you to be really succinct and only say the things that are the most important things. And I think there is a good litmus test you can give yourself when you're creating your resume, and it's like I call them the MITs, the most important things. And you don't know every detail that you did in your job, but like doesn't matter. You're going to pull out the things that are the most relevant and that matter for the role that you're applying for. Some of the things I look for and I love to see are I like metrics. Like if you drove impact or if you made a business impact, putting that on your resume really stands out to me. And so just being really clear about the impact you drove when you worked on a thing. Also, I want to know exactly like the product surface that you worked on. People like this is maybe my red flag or pet peeve on a resume is they'll be like product owner who managed multi teams across multiple surfaces. And I'm like, what did you do? I don't even know what that means. And so maybe there's a test where you run it by your mom, and if she doesn't understand what you put on there, like I'm not going to understand it either. And so just keeping it really simple. Also using ChatGPT is really good at giving feedback on these types of things. Upload your resume and be like, I'm applying for this job at Duolingo. Here's what they say is important. How would you tweak this resume to make it more relevant? And then maybe add a line that says like, it still needs to be true. You need to make sure don't lie. You don't want to over embellish because you still got to do the job if you get hired. But ChatGPT can give you really good feedback. And it's just a really tight way to just, again, you just really want to boil it down to like, what is the most relevant, most important? And then when I'm looking at 1,000 resumes, how does that make yours stand out? And it actually, I think it makes a huge difference. And also just is a tool that shows me how you communicate. And so I think being really good at just kind of getting to your solid punch points makes a huge difference.